video, we're going to be talking about how to use SEO to grow your podcast. This is one of my favorite things to talk to shows about because it's such an organic way to get listeners to your podcast. In one of our other videos, I talk about how my show, Blessed and Bossed Up, it wasn't until we were 4.5 years in, that I actually paid for advertising on my show. It was by creating excellent content, shareable content, word of mouth that really got the show out there in a big way. That I was able to facilitate that type of word of mouth is by using keywords. The same way for the shows that I work with, a lot of them love the fact that they can grow their podcast without social media, without doing all of the things that you think you should do to promote your brand. And the way that they're able to see that success and have these listens and these chart topping shows is by using keywords. And I know I mentioned it briefly in another video, but I want to break it down here for you, what SEO is for podcasts and how you can start using it today to grow your listeners. Simple definition, search engine optimization, SEO, is a way that you tailor your online content in a way that makes it easy for search engines like Google, Bing, Yahoo, if we still use those other places, YouTube, in a way that they're able to easily display your content in search results. So the same way that you're able to go online and search, where can I go get something to eat for dinner in DC? Certain places will pop up based on their ability to utilize their SEO. If you do this correctly, it's a way for your content to be found and displayed in front of the people that you want to reach without spending a dime on advertising. And this is one of the ways that we really capitalize on getting listeners to our show for free. How this looks for podcasters is keywords. And the keyword is simply just those phrases, the language that your audience is using as they are doing online activities. And so it's very important for you as a podcaster, if you're going to maximize SEO, to know how your audience speaks for one, but also utilize certain keyword planner tools so that you're able to find exactly what they're looking for. Now, once you have a list of these keywords or terms or words or language that your audience is using, now you need to craft your episodes around that. When I first started podcasting, I didn't call it SEO. I just was doing stuff. And one thing that I did was create a survey, and I sent it out to my target audience, and I wanted to know the type of content they were searching for, the shows they were listening to. That was my way to just get insight on what they were thinking about, what they were searching for, what they were into. And then I took that list that I got from the survey and created a master list of podcast topics. So for example, a lot of people were searching for how to start a business for beginners. So I would just take that's what they wanted. I would make it into a podcast episode. And literally our first maybe 2 months worth of content were episodes that were taken directly from that list. Even now, when I work with podcasters, they're able to chart within the first week of launching and we have shows right now who are already in the top 5% of podcasts, and they just launched. And because they're doing this same thing, so they do the keyword search using planner tools. They now have this list of terms, and then they take that list and create episodes around them. Now, a quick caveat to this: you have to do this in an organic way. This is not a place for you to just basically copy all of those words and paste them onto your show notes and your titles and all of these different things. Just use this list as a way to organically work it into your content. Now, another way that podcasters apply this, not just with episode titles and drafting your content around it, but we also apply this by using things such as metadata and 93 tags. Now, this is where you do just take those words and attach it to the audio file. In another episode, I was talking about Euphonic being a great website to master your sound. This is also a place where you can take your metadata, which are those keywords, that language, and attach it to the audio file so that, again, while people are searching for this type of content, they're able to find you. Another thing we do as podcasters is transcribe our episodes and turn them into blog posts. This is another way that SEO works in our favor, because if you did what I said at first and you use those keywords and created episodes around them, That means that within your episode, if you're staying true to the topic and doing it organically, like I said, you're using other keywords and really speaking in a way that's relevant to your audience. And so now that you have that content in audio format, you can then just get that episode transcribed. There are platforms like TRANSCRIBE, Otter, plenty of platforms out there. There are freelancers who do this that are able to transcribe your shows for you. And so then we basically just take that transcript, clean it up, because sometimes with technology, with tech-based software, sometimes it may mess up words here and there, but we pretty much take that transcription, clean it up into a blog post, and put it on the website. So what will happen is when people are searching for your type of content, now there are more words being used. It's still organic. You're able to now rank higher on these platforms. Now, when people are searching for that type of content, your website will pop up. And if you have your podcast player on your website, which you should, they're now finding your podcast. And now they are now subscribed, listening, and you just want a listener without spending any money. And I want to also note that you're not spending much extra time either. If you start from the beginning by having your list of these keywords and you're creating your content from it, things like adding the metadata is done in the editing process anyway. The transcription, if you turn on one of these tech softwares that do it, it automatically sends you the transcription of the episode shortly after the episode comes out. So you're not doing anything extra besides cleaning it up and making it into a blog post. But I guarantee you, if you do these things, you're able to now effectively use SEO to grow your podcast organically. Now remember, make sure you check the description to learn more about Anchor Media and how you can work with us and how I can craft a plan for you specifically to grow your show. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss when we post another video. I'll see you in the next video.